And now we are going to take the second part. So we'll see what we have seen actually yesterday, that is in Let's Recall section. So yesterday we have learned about question number 1, that is fill in the blanks. How the fill in the blanks, that is one question number 1, how it can be solved in different type. Like it may come in complete the following sentences, appropriate answer where the alternatives are given for you, then which may ask says complete the statement. Even there also you will be provided with alternatives. So which will be asked for 4 marks. That means each statement will be asked for 4 marks. So we have also seen yesterday about the 25% reduced syllabus of 9th standard, because we should know what actually will come for the exam and what also seen 25% reduction. Then we have also seen the strategy, the different technique of paper solving. Now, what is the method of paper solving? How actually you should attempt the paper, that we have seen. Now, that is actually comes in the strategy and technique also. So paper solving, how to allot the time, then how to utilize the 2 hours, then how to utilize the 2 hours in what way, and what to attempt first, what to attempt second, and what to attempt last. That we have seen, which can be applicable for all types of exam. We have seen in that the first step we can go for the questions which we are knowing very much by heart, but it will take a less time, like MCQs you can solve in the first step. As well as we have seen that the questions which you know by heart, but it may takes the time, like solving geographical reasons, like solving one line answer question, short notes and all. So there you will need some time to write. So that part you can keep for the second step. And the third will be like confusing questions which are there, which are not sure about the answer. So there you can keep the last step, and where you have to think. So this is way you're going to attempt the questions, and which is also applicable for all the rest of your exams which you are going to attempt in the future. So we have also seen the model question paper, that is of my school. I have shown you the model question paper that is of last year 2019-20 of Kednagar Municipal School. And yesterday we have started with question number 1. We have seen important points to answer question number 1. What we have seen in that is that, like we have to write in the full statement, that fill ups and all we have to write in the full statement. You cannot write only answer question number 1 answer and only the word which is in the use in the fill ups. You cannot do that here. You, if you want a full marks 4 out of 4, so you have to write in the full sentence. Then underline answer in the sentence. Now, whichever answer you are going to write in that statement, that answer should be underlined. Because if the examiner is in the hurry, like this particular thing is even for the 10th standard, like 9th and 10th standard goes in the same way. So whatever rules are there, it is applicable for also 10th standard. So next year, like it will be very easy for you. So you don't have any, will not have any confusion to how to write those fill in the blanks. Because even if you write the statement, sometimes like examiner will be in the hurry. If you don't see what is the answer over there, so your answer should be somewhere highlighted even in the statement. So that is why what you have to do is that you have to underline the answer which is there in the statement. So in this way your answer can be seen very clearly. So this is also one thing I have told you. And the next thing I have told you is that you have to leave the space attempting one full question. Now for 9th standard, you can leave the space, okay, but after, means in 10th standard next year, that one question will go on the single page, and for the next question we have to take a different page. I have also showed you how to fill ups, how the fill ups are actually written. I have showed you with an example of question number 1, that is fill in the blanks. We have also solved from lesson number 1. Then I have taken from the second term portion, that is lesson number 6 to 12. All fill in the blanks we have covered. And finally, we had an interactive section, that was an I had asked you some of the questions for the students to answer. So that's all we have done yesterday. Now let's move to question number 2. Okay, then let's move to question number 2, that comes in the different types. Now, yesterday you have seen like question number 1, how it comes. It comes in the different type. It comes in the correct the tick the proper answer, then fill in the blanks, complete the statements. This is how question number 1 comes. But any one thing will only come. Now, if now, for example, if you take, see this type of question number 2. Now, how this question number 2 will come? Question number 2 will come in match the pairs. Most of the time, all the papers are having match the correct pairs only. They can also put for you identify odd man out. So in question number 2, odd man out can also come. The next way this question number 2 can come in, arrange in the proper sequence. Whatever the things are given for you, you have to arrange in the proper sequence, in the proper chronological order, like what has happened first, what has happened in the second, third, fourth, in the same sequence you have to arrange. Then in the next way it can come like identify the incorrect or wrong pair. You have to identify the pair which is given over there in the incorrect way, and then you have to correct and rewrite it. So these are the types of the question which can be asked in question number 2, and it is for 4 marks. So remember students, now if the match pairs are been asked, then identify the odd man out will not be there. So any one of it can be asked in the question number 2. So before going directly to solving the paper here, so this is something I'm having for you, something interesting, and then we'll move to the paper. Now, yesterday I have taken with studying techniques. Now, this is also very, very important is the study strategy. A study strategy in which yesterday I have taken the paper solving strategy, how you should solve the paper. That is very helpful. So even this particular thing which is there, studying strategy, how one should study, this is also going to help you to make your plannings, to make your timetable for 10th standard, because 10th standard is very important for you. And there where actually you have to plan out that what you're going to study and where you're going to study and how you're going to study. So this is going to help you in 10th standard and even now. Now, this is study strategy. What is this study strategy? Now, you can see here in this slide, this is related with your studies and it is very important. Sometimes we don't know like what to study, how to study. So let's take a quick look on this concept of study strategy. So let's go through the point. That is the first point you can see here in the slide is regular textbook reading. Second is understanding the topic and concept instead of mugging up. Then third is throughoutly studying textbook exercises questions. And the next is study maps and data interpretation questions. So these are the things which are given here. Okay, now we'll see each one of this in detail. Now you can see here in this slide, reading a textbook, which was our first point. Now regular textbook reading is very, very important. This will help you in improving, of course, your vocabulary and enhancing your knowledge, getting extra information about the content. Reading helps you in remembering the content fast and easily. Every time you don't have to by heart everything, because while reading the points are covered, they just go down from your eyes and you can remember then if they ask for the objectives. When you are reading, always make important points. Okay, so if you want next time any important points, you can just mark over there. Say instead of reading the whole content again, and instead of finding out where actually the content is. So what you can do is that you can mark the important points over there, and then you can find it whenever you want. And of course, reading of the textbook will help you to solve MCQs, odd man out, map based question, true or false type of questions. So, this particular reading thing which will help you in all this type of things. So, let's move to the next slide. So, this particular thing is very, very important. And again, one more point which is there. So, it's very important to tell you, instead, the concept of mugging means what? Just by hearting. You just by heart, and by heart. Even if you don't know what is the meaning of that particular concept, you just by heart. And for example, if you forget any of the words in between of that particular thing, what you have by hearted, then you will forget everything. Then most of the time students are asking their friends, like, just tell me the first word, just tell me the second word, then they are like they are joining the link. So this is not to be done, because nobody will help you in the exams to tell you what is the first word and what is the second word. So make an habit, like, do not do, like, instead of mugging is like without understanding the concept, you are just by hearting, that is not needed. So studying textbook is not enough. Now you know, you must have seen your textbook. Okay, you will not get a valid or exact answer in the lessons, but you need to understand by the references book. Okay, sometimes you need to understand by the references book. Sometime now in the geography only textbook you must have seen, whatever the questions are asked, even in the exercises, the direct answer you will not get. If you understood the concept, then only you will able to answer those questions which are given in the exercises. So understanding concept is very, very important. Then you can refer to the different reference books are also available now. Which are these reference books are there? Digests are there, some of the authors reference books are there, then question paper sets are there, most likely are there, in order to make the practice. So studying throughoutly all the questions from the exercise is also one way. Now if you are not having the enough time to study the extra books like digest, like most likely and all, then what thing you should do for the passing, at least below exercises which question answers are there, so study them all question answers. So most of the time, like 60-70% questions are asked from the exercises which are below the lesson. So at least complete all studying all those exercises below the lesson. Now next is studying map. Now this is something new came in your textbooks. Like previously in the geography textbooks, maps were there. But the title which is given in your textbook, which you have seen now, this year's textbook, new textbooks, very, very good textbooks they are. Make friends with map. In each of the above the map, the title of the map, the title is given like make friends with map. Now what is this make friends with map? You can study map not in the boring way. Previously, like it was very boring for us to find out which places are where. By looking at the map only, we were not having, we used to not feel that we should study it. But nowadays, maps are given in a beautiful colored way, and beautiful symbols are given to identify. You can identify the places over there. Now how you will make, play with map, make friends with map and play with map. Now you can create a game also by using your map, and there you can enhance the knowledge of your map. How? In which way you can play with this map? You can search a friend who can sit with you, who is also having a same interest, who can share a same interest. Then you can tell him, okay, just find the particular place, find out where is the Maharashtra in 1 second. You can keep a time limit for that. Then you can tell him to ask find out Kashmir where it is. You can give a time limit. So in this way both of you can play with this map, and it will also help you to study. So understanding and studying map won't be boring. So this is very important. So That is why this year's in every textbook it is given on the heading of map, make friends with map. And always remember, students, we'll go to the next slide, and always remember, student, what you have to remember is that revision is the only key to your success. So if you revise and revise, then only you're able to write what will be the correct answer needed in your question paper. So this was something very interesting. Let's go back to the topic, and today's lecture is based on question number 2, paper solving. So right now I'm having one question paper of geography 10th standard. Now why I'm showing you this 10th standard paper, now you're in the 9th standard, but I'm showing you this 10th standard paper because the same pattern comes for 9th standard and 10th standard. The first question what we have done yesterday, that was for the 4 marks fill-ups that we have seen yesterday, and we are going to solve today question number 2. Means you will be clear what will come for question number 2. And as I have told you in the previous slide, what the different ways it can be asked. Question number 2, it can be asked in the form of match the pair. It can be asked, now here you can see here in this paper it is asked in the form of match the pair. Now most of the time they go with match the pairs. Now even it can come like odd man out, even it can come whatever I have told you, it can come as odd man out, complete the series. So in the different way it can come. So we are going to discuss it later. And the marks allotted for this particular question is 4 marks. That is for one thing, 1 mark. Okay, and the time you can solve, you can complete this question, that is in 3 to 4 minutes. And different types of questions are there that we'll discuss. Okay, let's see the first type. Now let's see the first type, that is match the pairs. Which points to remember when you're solving the match the pairs, and how to write the answer for this match the pairs. When you attempt match the columns correctly and rewrite it, it means you will write question number first properly. So this is very, very important. Question numbers are very, very important. You cannot directly start your answer. So what you have to do is that writing question number. Write answer in front of the options which are given. So whatever will be given for you, you have to write front answer. Means you should write the whole word, but not like 1A, 2B. This way you cannot write. Now this is wrong. Next is that we used to have the habit of joining match the pairs. In the lower classes, what we used to do, when we were in the lower classes, we used to join match the pairs with an arrows, with the lines and all. But now this is not needed. Now it is not done. And for that, if you do that way, you will not get marks. So you should avoid doing it. You should avoid joining match the pairs with arrows and lines. So it will not be considered for your paper, and you will get 0 out of 4 in that. So even for 9th standard, same rule is applicable. No writing in short, and even do not use it by the arrows and lines. So your answer should be seen clearly, means right in front of the question in the correct way. I will show you one example how this match the pairs are written. Okay, we'll see this. Now, this match the pairs can be asked in the different way. This match the pairs can be asked in the different way. They can be asked in the match the column also. Okay, that type of examples are many. I'll show you afterwards. Now, this can be asked even in the form like odd man out. So here also you can see odd man out over here. Now, what is given over here, you can see in the slide uh, how to answer this particular question. Identify the odd man out. Match the following I'll take afterwards. Just see this slide. Identify the odd man out. Now, what is given over here? Orographic rainfall, acid rainfall, cyclonic rainfall, conventional rainfall. Then second is snowfall, rainfall, hailstone, dew. Third is thermometer, rain gauge, anemometer, measuring judge. So this is given over here. Now, each one will give you 1 mark. In this identify the odd man out, it will also come for question number 2. So in the each way, you will get 1 mark. Now, in this orographic rainfall, acid rainfall, cyclonic rainfall, and conventional rainfall, these all the concept you must have studied in the lesson. So, which is odd man over here? Acid rainfall. Acid rainfall creates comes out of a pollution. So, this particular thing. So, answer is also given over there. Now, how to write this answer? It is also given over here. Now, they have written how you will write. You're not going to copy the whole thing. You will not copy question number 4, identify odd man out, and you're not going to copy orographic rainfall, acid rainfall, everything you will not going to write. What you're going to write, you will write question number 2. Now this is your question number 4, but it is not comes in the question number 4, but it comes in question number 2. You will write question number 2, answer 1, acid rain. So how it is given in the slide, in the same way you're going to write it. Now second over here, it is given snowfall, rainfall, hailstone. Okay, this type it is given. Snowfall is given, snowfall is given, rainfall is given, hailstone is given, and dew is given. Now, what you are going to write over here, which is the answer of this? The answer of this is the dew. Now, dew is the answer of this. Then next, what is there? Thermometer is there. Okay. Rain gauge is there. Thermometer, you know for what the thermometer is used. Thermometer is used for studying the body temperature. Then rain gauge. Rain gauge also you must have seen, it is there in your lesson precipitation. So what is there? Rain gauge is used for measuring the amount of the rainfall. Then anemometer. Anemometer means what? It is used to measure the wind, speed, direction, and measuring jar. Even the measuring jar is also used to measure whatever thing collected. Now, if you see this very carefully, thermometer is also an instrument which is used to measure the temperature. Rain gauge is also used to measure the temperature. Then, sorry, not temperature, but water of the rain, and anemometer is used to measure the speed and direction. So what is different over here is the measuring jar. It is not any instrument to measure, but it is not any machine, but it is only the instrument. So that is why measuring jar is the different from all these four. So here your answer is measuring jar. Now if you go to the fourth one is what? Fog, hail, dew, and frost. Now in this fog, you know what is fog, you know what is dew, you know what is hail, and you know what is frost. This all you have learned in the lesson precipitation. Now you know in what way the fog comes. Fog is also seen in the way of mist. Dew is also seen in the way of tiny droplets. That is also just like a mist, and frost is also that way. But here, what is hard and different? The hard, what you can say, it is the hail. So hail is not seen in the tiny drops. Those are actually comes in the hard way. So that is why the hail is the different from this. So the hail is the odd man out over here. So in this way, you will answer question number 2. If odd man comes in the answer, then when you are answering 9th, leave the space. And as I told you, when you are answering for 10th, you're going to take a new page. Now moving ahead to the next slide. Okay, that is arrange the sentence in the correct order. Here in this slide, we'll move ahead. Arrange the sentence in the correct order. Now, in this slide, what is given over here is that the statements are given in the chronological order. In what way the earthquake happens? Now, this is also from your lesson. how the earthquake happens, what happens first, what happens next. So in this way it happens. Like you're going to arrange it in the proper way. Now I'll is given what is happening first and what is happening next. But now this is not correct. You can see what is written here in the blue color. That is not correct. The answers are given in the different way. Whatever is happening first, you can see here also the answers are given. Now first what happened? See in the first blue slide, the earth's surface vibrate. Second point is given, the compression goes on increasing. Now you must have learned the interior of the earth, that is core, mantle and all. So rocks break apart. Then stored energy is released in the form of seismic waves. Now this is what they have given. But we know, like, it is a wrong order. So how it's going to come? First the earth will vibrate, then only the last step will be like earth will vibrate. When will come to know? When the earth will vibrate. But there it is not starting. Actually, what is happening to make this earth vibrate starts from inside. So that is how the earth's vibrate cannot be the first point, and first earth vibrate and then something is happening inside. No. So earth vibration will be the last point. Last will come to know when the earth vibrates, then only we come to know that something had happened inside. So how the answer will come? You can see here in the next slide, the answer is given. Now this is the way you're going to write the answer. If this question comes for you, correct the particular thing in a sequence, in a chronological order, means whatever things happen first you're going to write. You're not going to write the whole question, but you will write question number 2, answer. And numbering is very important in this chronological order. You're going to put a numbers. You will not write the answer in the form of paragraphs, or you're not going to write the answer by putting the commas in the middle of the points, because the whoever is checking your paper should be able to find your answers very clearly. You should not have to search, because that much time the examiner is not having. So that is why it is very, very important for you when you're writing the chronological order, or when you're writing the sequence. Numbering is very important. So you will write question number 2, answer. First point, the plates suddenly move. What happened first? Plates are moving. Second is, due to the movement of mantle, compression goes on increasing. Due to the whatever movement which is there in the mantle interior of earth, the compression goes on increasing. Then along the weak points, fault lines, that is the rocks break apart. Wherever there will be a weak part, it will start breaking. And how the stored energy will come? The stored energy will be released in the form of seismic waves that you have seen in the lesson: primary waves, secondary waves, tertiary waves. So the stored energy will come in the form of seismic waves, and this everything, all this process will happen in the interior, and then we will feel the earth's surface will vibrate. So this is how you're going to attempt question number 2 if it comes for correct order sequence. Okay. Now we'll go to the next slide. In other way, how this question number 2 can come? Now this question number 2 can come for identify the wrong pairs. This is also one way where the question number 2 can come. Identify the wrong pairs. Okay, what is this wrong pairs? Now for example, here you can see how it is given. It is given over here: deposition, V-shaped valley, then transport, ripple marks, erosion, mushroom rocks. Now, if you study this, you can see over here the answer is already given for you. Deposition, V-shaped valley. Now, when the eroded materials are deposited, it will not create a space over there. It will create a heap. Deposition means what? Whatever things which are brought by the agents of erosion, they are put on one another. Whatever dust is there, particles are there, whatever washed out waste of the animals, remains of the plants and all, whatever thing is there, the rivers and all, they are going to bring and they are going to deposit it. If they go on depositing there, it will be created as a heap. But V-shaped valley will not be formed due to deposition. So that is why this deposition and V-shaped valley is the wrong pair. Now transport, ripple marks are created. Then erosion, mushroom rocks are created. If you have seen in Rajasthan and all, most of the rocks and all, they are looks like in a mushroom shape. Because why? Because due to the erosion, agent of erosion, wind, which goes from there, which passes from there, it erodes the particles which are there on the rocks, and that is how, because of erosion, mushroom rocks are formed. So this is the way where identify wrong pairs can come for question number 2. Now, how the marking scheme will be this for question number 2? This one pair will not be given for you. You will answer only one answer and then you will get 4 marks. No. Remember, question number 2 is for 4 marks. So in what way it will be asked? Now, this is the one pair. Again, they will give you second set. Again, they will give you third set and the fourth set. So, 4 sets of wrong pair will be given for you. And each set, when you are going to answer and when you are going to give correct answer for that, you will get 1 mark for one set. So fourth set will come if it is asked for identify the wrong pair. If question number 2 is asked for identify wrong pair, then 4 sets will come. 4 correct answer is going to give you 4 marks. And how it should be written, you can see over here how it is written. It is written question number 2. For example, suppose this is your first set, so you will write question number 2 set, question number 2, answer 1, deposition V-shaped valley. So in the same way, when you're answering second set, you will write question number 2, or no need to write question number 2 again. Just below the first one, you can write second one and whatever the question is asked for you. So in this way, you can write identify wrong pair. Now we'll see the next example. Moving ahead to the next example. This you can see over here, then lesson urbanization. This particular example is from the lesson urbanization. Now this question number 2 can be asked for complete the series, complete the table also. Now here you can see on the slide whatever is given, that is the process of urbanization and its effect. So first we'll read the first slide. Process of urbanization and its effect. Emergence of slum. Because of emergence of slums, what happens? Illegal settlement, insufficient facilities. What is the effect of it? Illegal settlements. Illegally, people are building their houses, and because of that, the space become congested. You must have seen in the slum area. Then next is there where you have to blank is given, where you have to fill. That is the which, because of which process the effect is increase in population because of the attraction of good lifestyle, can be short term or long term. Now this you have to fill. Now next, which is given, process of pollution is given, and what is the effect of pollution that you are going to fill. Next it is given, process is not given but the effect is given. Employment opportunities were generated, increase in amenities and facilities. Amenities means also facilities. Again, next one, what it is given, change from rural to urban and its effect is not given. Now, how you are going to write the answer for this particular thing? If the question comes in such a way, complete the table, complete the series. It can come for question number 2. So remember student, anyone will be asked. Huh? You will not get odd man out also, you will not get match the columns also, and you will not get complete the table also. So anyone will be asked. Now here, process of urbanization. How you're going to write the answer? Now, if you complete this one table, you will get 4 marks because the 4 blanks are there. For each of the blanks will give you 1 mark. Now, process of urbanization, it is their emergence of slum. First thing is given, illegal settlement, insufficient facilities. Then the second thing, what we have seen, increase in population because of attraction of good lifestyle. What is that process called? That process is called as migration. Migration means people move from one places to another in order to get the job facilities. It can be for the short term or long term. Sometimes people stay over there for the long term, or sometimes they just migrate back to their own villages. Now, next is their pollution. What is the effect of pollution? Adverse effect on the urban life. It creates a adverse bad effect on the urban life. Then next effect is given employment opportunities will generated and increase in amenities. How the employment opportunities will be generated? How the people will get job? Because of which process the people will get job? The people will get job when there will be a industrialization, when the industries, when companies, when factories will come, the people will get job opportunities. Now next is what change from rural to urban. How the planning of the rural thing goes to the urban, change into urban. When the formation of municipal council, development of occupation and better civic amenities comes in any of the village. If for example a small village is there, slowly that village is developing. Factories come, industries come over there. Then to control this, instead of gram panchayat, it turns into municipal council. Then occupations are developed over there, and better civic facilities or amenities are provided to the people who are living in these particular places. So this is how the village turns into urban area. So change from rural to urban. Now we'll see the next part, that is match the column. As I told you, match the column comes most of the time. It comes in the question number 2. Most of the time is match the column. So if you will answer all the 4, you will get 4 marks, and it is very easy for you to get 4 marks. So what you have to do is that you have to study all match the columns which are given at least below the lesson. Apart from that, you can go and have a in the digest also, you can take a look in the reference books also for extra study. Now this is two columns are given, column A and column B. Here, Dead Sea, then preserving food, then buoyancy and ocean currents. Now, what is given in the column B? Density, salinity 332%, temperature controller, salt, useful for water transportation. Now, how you are going to write the answer of these match the column? Now, when you are writing answer of match the column, as I told you, you're not going to join them by arrows. Nobody is having the time to see your arrows and check out where they start and where they end. So never do it, because examiner is going to put you 0 when you're going to join this with arrows. So this is the wrong way. So how you're going to write it? You're going to write question number 2 answer. Don't copy both the blanks. Okay, directly write question number 2 answer. First one, Dead Sea. You know, Dead Sea, what is the salinity of the Dead Sea? 332%. So it is the correct pair of this, Dead Sea. Then preserving food, what we use for preserving food? We use salt. Then buoyancy, it is what it is called as a useful for water transportation. And ocean currents are the temperature controller. So in this way, you're going to write this, match the column, and there you will score 4 out of 4 in the match the columns things. Okay, moving ahead to the next slide. This is also example of match the columns, because you're having lot of match the columns in your textbooks. So it can come for question number 2. Now match the columns here. In the column 1, it is given green corridor. B, also it is given Konkan Railway, then road transport, artificial satellite communication, and transport of organs. Now you know these answers I have given for you. You know this particular answers which are given in the columns are wrong. So how you're going to write it? You're going to write it in the same way as I told you. You will not write, for example, green corridors is a transport or organ. You are not going to write 1C. This way, if you write, it is wrong. There the marks you're not going to get. So You will write how it is given in the slide. For example, answer of one, green corridor is the transport of organ. Now, this particular green corridor term is from lesson number 11, transport and communication. Now, what is this green corridor? Now, green corridor means what? Sometime a person is died, but we are having the thing like we can donate our organ, we can donate our eyes, we can donate our organ of the body if somebody is in the need of it, so that other person can survive. But when you're transplanting that organ, it should be reached to that receiver within a very few time, because otherwise there will be no use of that particular organ, it will get spoiled. So that is how, when this type of organ are transported from one place to another, one hospital to another hospital, one city to another city, that time the all obstacles in the way of on the road, all obstacles which are there, traffic obstacles are cleared, the road is made clear to pass that ambulance from one particular place to another place. That is called as the green corridors. You have learned in the lesson transportation and communication. Then Roro means what? Roro transport is Konkan Railway has having this service of Roro transport. When Roro transport means fridge transport, fridge is the goods are transported from one place to another. Why? Because from the roadway it will take lot of time, so from the railway, the loaded trucks are only sent from one place to another. It is called as Roro. And communication is an artificial satellite. So this we have seen. So one more example will take. A lot of examples are there of match the columns. Now here in the column A, it is given Green Rift Valley, then Fold Mountain, Alps, Block Mountain, and Black Forest Mountain are the Rift Valley. Now, you know these are not the correct answer. So, what is the answer for this? Great Rift Valley, those are the rift valleys. Those are the forms and the types of rift valleys. The Alps is the fold mountain, the mountain which is formed due to the volcanic eruption, and this is fold mountain. You must have studied what is fold mountain, what is fouled mountain, what are block mountains in exogenetic and endogenetic processes lesson number 2 and 3 and 4. And Black Forest Mountain is a block mountain. So this also you must have seen previously in the lesson. So this also fill in the blanks. If you want to take a screenshot, you can take a screenshot of this particular match the column. Then moving ahead, you can see over here in this particular thing, two columns are given. First block, disintegration, chemical weathering, burrowing animals, that is mechanical weathering, and oxidization, biological weathering. We have studied the lesson, we know these answers are wrong. Now answer how it will come. Block disintegration, that is because of mechanical weathering. How the blocks get disintegrated? Because of mechanical weathering, the minerals which are present in the air. Then burrowing animals, biological weathering. This is an example of biological weathering. Also the roots of the trees breaks the walls, that is also an example of biological weathering. In the same way, oxidization is an chemical weathering. The holes are formed on the rock. And even if you eat the apple, whatever when you eat the apple and if you keep it for some time, then you will see the reddish layer comes on it. That is because of the oxidization. And in the same way, oxidization is what? It is a chemical weathering. Whatever chemicals are there in the air, it's present, it get dissolved with oxygen. So that is why the chemical weathering occurs. So this you must have learned in the previous slide. So let's take a quick recap of the lessons of the things which we have done here today. What we have done today, we'll take a quick recap of it. So we have seen the types of question, in what way question number two can come. Question number two can come in match the correct pair. It can come in the form of identify, odd man out. It can come in the form of arrange in the proper sequence. It can come in the form of identify the incorrect and wrong pair. So this we have seen. We have also seen the study strategy. What is the study strategy? Regular textbook reading, understanding the topic and concept instead of mugging up. Then, throughoutly studying the textbook exercises questions. Then, study maps and data interpretation questions. Next is, what is the regular textbooks reading? What is the benefit of it? Then, how you should do it? Read textbook regularly, mark important points, then make notes of the question answer and important points. Then reading textbook will help you to solve MCQs, odd man out, and many things. Then we have seen like what is this concept of make friend with map, how you can play with the map, how you can tell your person of a same interest, and how you can enhance your knowledge of map in the playing way, how you can study by playing. So this we have seen what is the key of success is in revision. We have also seen question paper of 10 standard, just to have a look, because 10 and 9 go with the same pattern. We have seen what are the points to remember while solving match the pairs. You have to write in front of the question, no writing in short, and do not join by using the arrows. We have seen the second example of question number 2, that is odd man out. Okay, we have solved it. Then we have taken correct order sequences, how question number 2 can come arranged in the chronological order. This can be also asked instead of match the following. Then we have also seen identify the wrong pairs. Identify wrong pairs, how it will come. So one set is going to give you 1 mark and four set will come for 4 mark. We have also seen this next type of question number 2. It can come in complete the series, complete the table. Then we have taken many examples of match the pairs. We have taken many examples over here of match the pair, because most of the time what is asked over here is match the pairs. So going back to the screen, okay, I'll share something over here. So this is for you students. This where you are going to unmute yourself and you are going to answer me this match the columns. Okay, unmute yourself and answer. The first question which is there, first set which is there, Dwarka, Maharashtra, Ajanta, Karnataka, and Mysore, Gujarat. Gujarat. Then tell me what will be the answer for this. Yes, Vivek Bharti, tell me what will come answer for this particular set of match the column, or you can answer even first one also, Dwarka. What will be the correct pair for it? Unmute yourself and you can answer. Yes, you can answer over here. Unmute yourself. What answer will come for Dwarka? Where is Dwarka? It is from your lesson number 12, tourism. This particular match the column. Yes, unmute yourself and ask. Just tell me what is the answer of this. I think you're not able to unmute yourself. So Dwarka is in Gujarat. Okay, second, who will tell where is Ajanta? You must have heard about Ajanta Ellora caves. Where it is Ajanta? Unmute yourself and tell me where Ajanta is. You can take it as a homework also. Yes, lot of students are there who are ready to answer this. Unmute yourself and answer me. Okay, I'll tell you, Ajanta is in Maharashtra or Maharashtra. Okay, third one, Mysore. Now, of course, the answer is clear. What is remaining is Mysore is in Karnataka. Now, second set which is there. This we have seen just now when we were doing the practice. Green corridor. Green corridor means what? Green corridor means transport of organs, as I told you just now, transport of organs. Now, what is Ro-Ro transport? Ro-Ro transport means what? Yes, tell me, unmute yourself and tell me, Ro-Ro transport means what? Ro-Ro transport is Konkan Railway. These trucks are transported from one place to another, Konkan Railway. Then, last one, it is like no extra option is given over there. So we are cleared with the answer. Communication is artificial satellite. So with one more thing we can go with. Okay, here is one more example of match the column. Okay, unmute yourself and you can answer this. Orographic rain, conventional rain, cyclonic rain, acid rain, temperature, pollution, polar region. Now here one extra thing is given. Equatorial region, monsoon rain in India. So who is answering this? Unmute yourself. Many students are raising hand. Unmute yourself and you can answer this particular question. Now orographic rain means what? Orographic rain, that is monsoon in India. That is the form of orographic rain. It is the form of monsoon. Then conventional rain, equatorial region. Answer of conventional rain, equatorial region. And cyclonic, temperate region, temperature, cyclonic, temperate region. Actually, it is a temperate region, not temperature. Then acid rain is the pollution. Acid rain comes because of pollution. So this we have done with the examples of. Okay, students. Now be ready for the next lecture. Oh, thank you, students. Ma'am, I have done with the lecture.